So we quickly just before, a few minutes back, we went through the more questions. There are a couple of doubts. So only thing I want to clarify, the last one, the ending sound in the word balaka. Balaka is a visarga, not the sound of because and visarga has two sounds actually in it. There is first is a separate sound, separate vowel, and visarga is a separate sound. So here the ending sound of the word balaka is just visarga, not aha. So you should consider, and you should be very aware that anuswara and visarga, they are separate sounds, though they follow a vowel, but they are not part of the vowel. They are separate, distinct sounds. With that, and for your reading practice, there are many words collected on the slide set. So later on, you can go through these different words and practice those. So starting from here and all the way, so here there are many different words. So you can practice those, and not only those words. And if you scroll down also, there are individual pictures with words are there. So you can practice those ones also. Okay. So now going back to the book. Back to the book. So we were looking at the parichaya. We did the parichaya, how to ask for the name and introduce ourselves with the name, like bhavataha namakim. So we did that. Bhavataha namakim means what is your name if the other person is a male. So male and female, there is a distinction with the word bhavataha and bhavatyaha. Bhavataha is your, in case if the other person is male, and bhavatyaha is also means yours if the other person is female. So nama means name and kim means what. Bhavataha nama kim, what is your name? Bhavatyaha nama kim, what is your name again if the other person is female. And the answer we are giving is mama nama Suresha. My mama is my, nama is name, Suresha is the name, and similarly we can also respond with the female names also, like mama nama Suma, mama nama Malati, etc. And after that, now how do we say somebody else's name? So this page shows that. How do we say somebody else's name? So depending on if the person is away or closer. And this away and closer is just a relative terms. There's nothing like the measurement, like 2 feet away, 3 feet away. So it is just a perception, how we perceive what is far, what is near. So if you want to say somebody who is, so there are two more words which are introduced here. One is etasya, other is tasya. Again, if the other person is male, so we are going to use etasya and tasya. Here tasya means he is. Etasya also means he is. If that person is near, then we use etasya. That's why it's indicated by this shorthand. Longhand is away. That person is away, and we're pointing, or we don't need to point, but just the indication here. Tasya means he is. Nama, we already know nama. Nama means name, and then we say what is the name of that person. So etasya nama Rameshaha, tasya nama Ashokaha. These are the sentences here. Now in the previous page, here we were introduced to the words, few words here, bhavataha nama kim, mama nama, etc. And what is the word for what? What is the word for what?
Kim.
In this case, huh?
Kim.
Yeah, kim. Kim is the word for what. So we can use this kim word, and then what we can do, we can ask the question also here. Here kind of answers are given here. Etasya nama Rameshaha. Etasya means he is, the person who is near. Etasya, or the male person who is near. So if you want to ask what is his name, then what can we do? We can use kim, and what will be the sentence? For his we know etasya, name we know nama, and what is the word for what? Kim, right? So what will be the sentence here? Etasya. Yeah, somebody wanted to answer?
Etasya nama kim.
Etasya nama kim. So now the answer will be etasya nama Rameshaha. Note that Kim is not the name here. So if somebody's name is Kim, then also we might say etasya nama Kim, that somebody's boy's name is Kim. But Kim here we are using as a question word here. What? Right? Etasya nama Kim. So here we are actually changing the tone to the question tone, like etasya nama Kim. So now the answer will be etasya nama Rameshaha. Similarly, the next sentence here, tasya nama Ashokaha. What will be the question now? Tasya means he is only, if the person is away. So what will be the sentence for the question? Tasya, instead of etasya, we are going to put tasya.
Tasya nama kim.
Tasya nama kim. Tasya nama kim is the question. Now note that in Sanskrit, traditionally in the past, there have been no special symbols, punctuation marks like a question mark or the quotation mark or the comma, hyphen, etc. They were not necessary, and they are not necessary also today, because these question words themselves, they indicate the question. So when you say etasya nama kim, when we write kim there, it indicates a question. So there is it is not necessary. There is no necessity for the punctuation mark, the question mark there. So if there is only one, basically two, you can say, punctuation marks in Sanskrit, traditionally. Like one is this single line, vertical line, which indicates the end of a sentence, and there are two vertical lines together, which indicates end of a paragraph. So these two are traditionally have been used so far, but nowadays with this advent of writing, all the other punctuation marks are also being used, which is okay. So we can also write like this. But if you don't see it like that, if you just see, if you write just a vertical line or see a vertical line, that also means a question. It doesn't mean just like a statement, etasya nama kim. When we see the kim word there, that is a question actually. So etasya nama kim, you have to read it like that. So probably because the Sanskrit language was basically spoken, right? Like, because there was not much of a writing in the past, so these punctuation marks were not present, and even when they were written in the past, when you see the old writings, books, printings, etc., we don't see any any other punctuation marks except these vertical lines. That is fine. Even the quotation marks are also not necessary. Like there are different other ways which can mean quotation marks.
Sanjiji, pardon me. Did you say that 2 lines is the end of a sentence and 1 line means it's a question usually?
No, 1 line is end of a sentence, single line. 2 lines is end of a paragraph or end of like a block or a paragraph.
There's no question mark at all then.
No, nothing else. Just 2. It is 2. Okay, next sentence. Okay, this sentence and this sentence. Somebody has to read. Let's start with Girija Devi.
Tasya nama Sureshah.
Second one. Then this one.
Tasya nama Samiraha.
Is Tatyana reading?
Yes.
No. Okay. Tasya nama. Okay, last one. What is the word here?
Samiraha.
Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah, Samiraha. Correct. Better?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Next 2 sentences.
Tasya nama Maheshaha.
Try not to look at the transliteration.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Yeah, because that's okay if you look at it, but try not to because.
Tasya nama Ganeshaha.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Anybody else? Next one. Girija Devi.
Mahodaya, did you call my name?
Yeah, can you please read it?
Etasyaha nama Girija.
Okay, next line.
Tasyaha nama Lata.
Okay, one before that. This.
Etasyaha nama Suma. Tasyaha nama Rama.
Okay. Oops, jumping. Okay, last line. Next one. Okay, Nirmala Devi. You're on mute. Alright. Jay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Etasyaha nama Malati. Tasyaha nama Nalini.
Nalini. Okay, good. Dhanyawada. Thank you. Yeah, this we went through last time. And these are the different words for different objects. And try to use them. How do we become familiar with these different words? By using them in our everyday use. Like when we look at a chair or a spoon when we are eating, try to remember its word for that, like chamasaha, sthalika, darpanaha, etc. We are looking ourselves in the mirror, looking, this is darpanaha, etc. Now,
Namaskara, Sanjay. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do we say kunchika or kuichika?
Not queen, kunchika.
Kunchika.
Just like enjoy, kunchika.
Enjoy. Yeah.
So near and far, so we kind of got introduced to it. So for that, etasya, his. In the previous page, we had two words here, right? One is for the female and male also, male and female. So etasya, his, if that male person is close, tasya is away, if that person is away, and male. And then we had etasyaha and tasyaha, if the person is female. Etasyaha close, tasyaha is if the person is away. So this also means her. Right? So here we have her if the person is close. This is her if the person is away. His and her. So etasya, etasyaha, tasya, tasyaha. So we are using this in the her, to refer to her. Okay. So what are the words we have come across now? Bhavataha, bhavatyaha, right? In the previous page, bhavataha, bhavatyaha. Bhavataha means your, right? Write it here. Bhavatyaha also means your. This is male, right? This is female. And then similarly, etasya, etasyaha, right? Etasyaha. And tasya, tasyaha. So these different words we come across. Etasya means his, this is her. And this is used when it is close. Oh, sorry, this is also her. I should write in vertically there. Okay. This is his, her. And this is if the person is close, this is away. So your, his, her, so these words we have come up, we looked at them. So what about just to say he or her now? Just instead of his and her, how do you say he or she? Any question? Okay. He or she. So that is what this is about. He or she. Just like his or her, we have two different things we saw, right? One is when it is close or away. Close, we have etasya, etasyaha, away, tasya, tasyaha. Similarly, when we want to say he or she, also we have close and away versions. And the person is nearer and away. There are two versions there. So what are they? Eshaha. Eshaha. Let's go back that slide. Okay. Eshaha and saha. Eshaha and saha. This is away. This is near. For male person. Note that when it is away, this is saha, and when we add a behind it, a before it, then it becomes near, right? That is what we saw before also. Like tasya was there, meaning his. When we add a tasya, that is also his who is near. A tasya. Similarly, tasyaha, or her, and that person is away, when we just add a, because etasya means one who is hers, and that person is close. We add a. Similarly, we have saha means he, when the person is away, we just add a there, and this changes to sha, a different sha, which is cerebral sha here, murdhanya sha. This is dantya, right? This is dental sa. Saha is he, eshaha means he who is near. And similarly, for in feminine gender, female, if it is away, we have sa. Sa means she who is away. We add a to it, and this sa changes to cerebral sha, esha. This is she who is near. So that is in masculine gender and feminine gender. Away and near, he, she. Saha, eshaha, saha, eshaha, and sa and esha. Masculine, feminine. Now we have, with these words, let's practice few words here. Okay. Samipam duram, that is what shown here. Samipam means near, duram means far. So let's practice some sentences here indicating samipam or near and duram means far. We'll start with Nirmala Bhagini. This one.
Question. Esha balakaha. Sa ikshakaha.
Okay. Next line also.
Esha vaidya sa chatra.
Yeah, saha chatraha.
Chatraha.
So, yeah, by looking at the pictures, it should be clear what this word means, right? Balakaha. Eshaha, we know already. Esha means masculine word for he. So he is balaka, who is closer. Balakaha is this boy, should be on here. Shikshakaha, teacher, who is away. Saha is away. Shikshakaha means teacher. Similarly, Vaidyaha. Vaidyaha. What is Vaidyaha means?
Doctor.
Doctor. Chatraha, we saw in the previous page also before. Chatra means?
Student.
Student.
Boy.
Not boy, student. Chatraha means student. Balakaha means boy. Okay. Next, we're going to Ma.
Oh, did somebody want to say something? No, okay.
Eshaha.
Eshaha gayakaha.
Gayakaha. So who is Gayakaha? What is he doing?
Speaking.
Sings. So singer. Gayakaha is singer.
Gayakaha, singer.
And this one?
Saha.
This is your favorite. This is your favorite letter.
Araksha. Oh yeah, Arakshaha. The Arakshaha.
Arakshakaha.
Arakshakaha. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arakshakaha.
Arakshakaha.
Yeah. So who is Arakshaka? This is Arakshaka. Who is this?
Policeman.
Policeman. Police. Arakshaka. Okay, dhanyawada. Next one we have J.
एषः पाचकः सः कृषिकः.
So Pachakaha. Who is Pachakaha?
Cook.
Cook. Krushikaha.
Farmer.
Farmer. Krushikaha, farmer. Okay. Next line. You can read this. Finish this.
एषः वृद्धः सः धावकः.
Ruddha. Ruddha. Who is Ruddha?
Old person.
Old person. And Dhavakaha.
Dhavakaha is a runner.
Runner. Dhanyawada. Next one. Mangala Devi.
Namaste Mahodaya. Esa balika sa shikshika.
So now we are changing to feminine or Strilingam. Strilingam is feminine gender. Previously we had, although in the previous page we had masculine gender, Pullinga Shabdaha, now Strilinga Shabdaha. Esha Balika. So Balika means girl. And then Sa Shikshika. Shikshika is female teacher. In the previous slide we had Shikshakaha, right? So remember that these are corresponding Balakaha, Pullinga, boy, and in this we have Balika for girl, Strilinga. And this we have Shikshakaha, we had a Pullinga, Shikshakaha, male teacher, and we have Shikshika, female teacher. Similarly, the next line also, can you please read?
Esha Vaidya sa Chatra.
Yeah, Chatra, female student. Previously we had Esha Vaidya, male doctor, and we have Esha Vaidya, female doctor. And this is Chatra, male student or boy student, and here Sa Chatra, girl student. Okay. Next one also can finish. Mangalam.
Okay. Esha Gaika sa Nartaki.
Gaika.
Singer. Female singer.
Female singer. Previously.
And Nartaki.
So we had
Gayakaha was male singer.
Gaika, female singer.
Gaika.
And we have Sahan, Gaika, female singer. Esha Gaika.
Yeah.
Nartaki means?
Dancer.
Dancer. If there is a male dancer, we have Nartakaha. Like Balakaha, we have Nartakaha.
Okay.
Female dancer, Nartaki.
Pardon me. The special letter Dya, is that the dental D?
Which letter?
Above it said Esha Vaidya.
Yeah.
That combined letter, the Dya. Is that the dental? You would start with the dental aspect?
Yeah, dental the. Vaidya, dental the.
Thank you.
So this is a combination of the and ya. Dental the.
Thank you.
Okay, so these some of the words we are familiar now with Esha, using Esha Esha, masculine, feminine, that is Pullingam and Strilingam. And what about the neuter gender? Note that there are three genders in Sanskrit language. One is Pullingam, that is masculine, Strilingam, that is feminine gender, and Napunsaka neuter gender. 3 genders for any nouns or namapadam. Noun is called a namapadam. Namapadam in Sanskrit language, Sanskrita Bhasha. In this, there are 3 genders for nouns. One is Pullingam. So here we have this 3 genders written here. 3 genders: Pullingam, Strilingam, and Napunsakalingam. Note that the lingam, which is gender, which actually means lingam and literally means identity in Sanskritam. Lingam means identity. The Pullingam, Strilingam, and Napunsakalingam, these genders are for the words in Sanskritam, not the words indicated by that object or referred by that by that word, not the object itself. So the word, the 2 things you need to distinguish, right? One is word, which is called padam or shabda or padam. For word is called a padam, and the object, that something which is referred to that by that word is object, right? And that's called padartha in Sanskritam. Padartha or just padartha. Padartha. So padartha is something, that object which is referred to by that word. So padam is the word, and to what object this padam is referring is called padartha. So if it is like a balaka, so we have a balaka, right? So by looking at some shape, right? Like human shape, which has like a mustache and all that, that characters, we know that is a boy figure, right? Boy figure. And that boy is the word we use to refer to this whole entity. So, and this word in different languages is a different thing, right? So, but the entity remains the same. This object remains the same. In Sanskritam, so this is a padartha, and whereas this is padam, a word. So similarly, if there is an animal, so how do you know? Suppose, let me, I don't know whether I can draw it. Yeah, a little bit. So what is this?
Bull.
Okay. Okay. So this, a cow. Bull or cow, whatever. Whatever you want to imagine, it's fine. So cow. So how do you know it's a cow? When suppose the person hasn't seen that object before, he doesn't know what it is. He can only describe. Right? So that is a padartha. We need a word to refer to that object. So in different languages, different words will be there. So we have the cow in English, and in Sanskritam we have gauhu. Gau. So gau, which is similar to cow, right? Gau. So how this gau is the word, and it refers to this something entity which looks like this, and it has to have all these features. It has to have horn. It has to have this. and then all this it has to have. So Gau, then we call, totality we call it Gau. So this is a Padartha and this is a Padam. So there is a difference between Padartha and Padam. So now generally when we are now talking, so it has become so natural to us, then we think that the Padam is a Padartha. The word itself is that object. But in reality, they are two separate things. The word is part of the language, whereas Padartha is natural. Padartha is that which exists already. And we want something, some word to refer to it, to address it. So then we coin a word, we come up with a word like this, like cow, or in the previous case it was, what was it, I forgot, Balaka, and then Pustakam, etc., to refer to it. Now, so there are two different things, Padam and Padartha. Now the gender in Sanskritam language applies to Padam. Remember, this is important, applies to Padam, not to Padartha, not to the object or entity referred by that Padam. So the Lingam, they are for the words or the Padam. Okay. They are not for the Padartha. Okay. So when we say Balakaha, Balakaha in previous page, we were looking at Balakaha. So this is a Pullinga Padam. So there are 3 pages. Right? There are one more page we have to see. The first one here, Eshaha Balakaha. Right? So here Eshaha Balakaha. Balakaha is a Padam here. This is not a Padartha. This is a Padartha is here. This is an entity. So Balakaha. So this Balakaha is, what is the gender of this word? Balakaha is Pullingam. Gender of the word, remember, gender of the word is Balakaha is Pullingam, not this entity. Entity could be of different actual lingam, physical. Physical gender of the actual Padartha could be different. So in this case, the boy is obviously is male. So his actual gender is also a male. So here Balakaha is Padam, and it's Padasya Lingam. The gender of the word is Pullingam. Similarly here Shikshaka Pullingam, etc. Okay. So all the words are here in the first page here. They are Pullingam. Similarly, Balika was there. Okay. Next one. Balika, Shikshika, Vaidya. The words are in Strilingam. Okay. And here, in this case, the Padartha, the entity referred to by that word is also in the also has the same lingam, because all these are female entities. Now the neuter words, which we'll see. Here there are some neuter objects here, neuter words, and yeah, okay. We'll read these. Who finished last time? Okay, Veena.
Yeah. That,
Veena.
yeah, sorry. Etat, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Etat pustakam.
That
parnam.
So note that in the last 2 pages or last 2 blocks, we have Eshaha, right, and Saha, and Esha, and Sa. Right, these are for these are for away, these two words, away, and this is near. And this is male and this is female. This is he and she. Now for the neuter word, similarly we have tat and this is a tat. This is neuter gender. This means tat means that. Note the similarity here. Similarity in pronunciation, English word and the Sanskrit word. Tat, that. Etat means this. This, that. So if the object is closer, then we use etat. If the object is near, then we use tat. Okay. So here we are using etat pustakam. Pustakam. And this one is tat parnam. Parnam is leaf. Pustakam is book. Next also you can read, please, Veena.
Yeah. Etat gruham. Tat pushpam.
Gruham. Gruham means?
Gruham means room, house.
House. So Gruham is house, and this pustakam word is of neuter gender. Gruham word is also neuter gender. So all of these neuter genders here. Parnam word, pushpam flower, which is also neuter gender. Okay. The next. Sorry, what happened here? Okay.
Me again?
Yeah, did you see it? I zoomed in, so okay.
Yeah, again. Etat palakam. Tat phalam.
Phalakam, the word is etat, obviously is also, we saw etat is also a neuter word. Phalakam is also a neuter word. Phalam is neuter word. Tat is neuter word. Phalakam is board. Board is phalakam. And phalam is fruit. That is also neuter word. So why I am saying word is that because for these different objects or entities, there could be other words also in Sanskritam. In Sanskrit language, there could be other words also to refer to the same object. And those different words may not be in the same gender. For example, here, pustakam. So suppose this pustakam is there. Pustakam means this entity, whatever is sitting here. So pustakam is book. This is a neuter word. Word is neuter. Because the word is neuter, we are using this etat to describe it. Because this is in neuter, we are using the word etat to describe, because etat is also neuter. If this word were in masculine gender, pullingam, then we should have used eshaha here. Eshaha. Because eshaha is pullinga word, right? Esha means male he, which is near. Eshaha. So depending on this lingam or gender of this main word, we use this other word which is describing. Describing is, it is an adjective actually here. Etat, tat, these are all adjectives. Right? When we say this house, So this house is the main word. And what is this here? This is an adjective, right? We are describing, it's an adjective to this house, word house. So it could be, this house is graham here. Because graham is a neuter word, we are using this adjective is also in the neuter lingam. If this graham, if we use some other word which might be in a different gender, then we have to change this adjective word to be in the same gender. That is how the Sanskrit language works. The adjective or the word which describes the main word, the one which is being described, has to be in the same lingam or a gender. So that is the same concept we saw in the previous words also. Esha Gayika. So here Gayika is the main word which is in the strilingam, feminine gender. Word is in feminine gender. So that's why we are using Esha, because this is she. Esha is she. And why are we using Esha, not Esha or Etat? Because Gayika word is in strilingam. Now, for example, here, let's say Pustakam. Pustakam is a book. But there is another word for Pustakam, which is Granthaha. Granthaha actually means composition. Let's say Granthaha. So if you want to use Granthaha word for this, suppose somebody, they don't want to use Pustakam, they want to use Granthaha. So when we use Granthaha, Granthaha is the gender of the word is Pullingam. It's a masculine word. Then we should not use Etat there. So because we want to say this book, then we use Eshaha Granthaha. Granthaha is a Pullinga word, masculine. So we cannot use Etat. The word which describes an adjective to the main word has to be in the same lingam. Eshaha Granthaha. Remember that. So we cannot literally translate this. Eshaha means he or he which is near. So literally, if we translate it, becomes he or this he. Yeah. This in the masculine sense. This and Grantha. Grantha means composition or a book composition. So this actual object's lingam or the gender of the object or a padartha is not masculine here. This is not a boy or a girl. This has no life in it. There is no life in it, right? So this is just, these are all lifeless objects, probably. Paranam, this you can consider life, but yeah, these are lifeless objects like graham. But even then, the words which refer to those padartha objects could be pullingam or strilingam. The lifeless objects, the word for them need not be always in neuter gender. This is a very important thing one need to remember, because in many languages, other languages, what happens, lifeless subjects are all, the words for the lifeless subjects are all neuter most of the times, right? I think maybe in English also. And whereas the ones we have life, especially the human beings and the animals probably, and human beings, they have either the words referring to them, like boy, girl. They are in, boy means masculine gender, girl means neuter gender. Like that, the words have the genders depending on the object or entity referred by the word has in which gender, because gender for the object can exist only if it has a life, right? Like actual animal, basically. like a boy, girl, or the tigers and any animals. So they have the genders. So in that case, it's all these words referring to those objects, they have this either feminine or masculine. Whereas all the lifeless objects, they are categorized as neuter genders. The words referring to those objects, like book is a neuter, leaf is neuter, house is neuter. Right? So we don't use the word like a house in English language as if it is a male or a female. Like we don't say house is a boy or something. So similarly here, like, but here in this case, the word pustakam is neuter, but grantha is pullingam. How do we know that? Why are these categorized like this? It is just the usage, and there are many words in the word. Many languages in the world which use such notations of for the genders. So even the lifeless objects, words for those objects could be in other genders. But in Sanskritam, note that the again, I don't know why. The lifeless objects and having life. In the having life, we have the human beings who are also animals, and there are the entire animal kingdom. They, depending on the words referred to those objects, like here we have Balika, and the entity referred by this word, this is the entity, and the physical object, physical entity also has a gender, that is female here, feminine gender. And the word which is Balika, referring to this entity, also has a feminine gender. So in case of animals in Sanskritam, the word and the padam and the padartha, they have the same gender most of the times. There are some exceptions, but most of the times they have the same gender. Like we saw balaka, the word balaka is pullingam. The entity referred to by that balaka word, padartha, is also has the gender male, masculine gender. And here shikshikaha, shikshakaha, shikshika, where it differs, right? So shikshika is female word, female strilinga word, and padartha is also female. Chhatraha, chhatra, vaidyaha, vaidya. So these are all animals. Now, other than these animals, the lifeless objects like graham, or say ball, kandukaha is ball, or any other lifeless object, pustakam, and then what about these trees? So they are all could be neuter or any other gender. They could be napunsaka-lingam, pullingam, or strilingam, the padam. Because by looking at the entity, we come to know what it is. Yeah? We come to know what it is. Like, by looking at this, we come to know what it is. But what word we are going to use? Padam. This is padartha. The padam what we are going to use could be in different gender. Yeah? This could be like granthaha. For example, we saw granthaha is a pullinga word referring to the same object composition, and pustakam is a book, which is a neuter gender. Pushpam, gruham, phalakam, these are all gender. But let's move on to the next page, which is better, I think. Any question here?
Sanjeevji, sorry, this is Jay. I understand you explained that the neuter gender words can also, the words may also have pulling or strilling. But is there a way for us to know that? Like, just how can we know that the grantaha is pulling or strilling? Is there a way for us to know that, or we have to learn it?
You mean how to know the word is pullingam, or?
Yes.
Yes and no. To some extent we can know, but whether, for example, look at this page now. So, yeah, you can read this one. Can you read?
Eshaha parvatah saha kandukaha.
So here we have, this page is about the masculine gender. So this is a mixture of living and non-living objects here. So we wanted to highlight that part here. So the lingam, gender, is referring to, belongs to the word actually, padam, not the padartha. For example, here we are saying eshaha parvatah. Parvata is a mountain here, parvatah, which is lifeless, not an animal. Is eshaha parvatah. But parvatah is a pullinga word. It's a masculine gender. So that's why we are using eshaha here. You cannot use etat here to describe it. Parvatah. Now, the question, your question could be of two types, right? One, we can say, how do we know parvatah, the word, is masculine? And how do we know this object is masculine? Whether the object padartha is masculine, we don't know, because there could be different words, and different words to refer to the same object. So those different words, padam, could be in different genders. That is clear, right?
Yes, but we don't go by the padam. Sorry, we don't go by the padartha. We go by the padam, right?
Padam. Now, parvatah, whether just looking at the parvatah, whether it is pullingam, strilingam, there is word, it depends on the usage actually. Parvatah, it's a pullinga word. Whether it is a pullinga, no, there is no direct way to know it.
Okay.
But generally, when you proceed further, we look at some simple words like balaka, what are the different forms of the balaka word, etc. So these words, they are in the similar pattern. By looking at the pattern, most of the times we can come to know their gender, their lingam. Yeah.
But Mahodaya, just an observation here. So all the padam which refers to masculine padam, they are ending with a visarga. Is that true?
Yeah, here they are ending, but the Strilinga pada also can end in a visarga.
Oh, okay.
And Napunsakalinga pada also can end in a visarga. So visarga is not an indicator of pullingam or lingam. So in this case, so generally, that's why the pattern we are seeing, your observation is correct. The pattern we are seeing here, like balaka, right? Balakaha we saw last one. So there it was like at the end there is a, and after that there is a visarga, right? At the end there is a sound is there, right? A sound, after that sound there is a visarga, like vaidyaha, pachakaha, dhavakaha, chhatraha. So these are all ending in a and in visarga. So these patterns are similar here. You see parvataha, kandukaha, suryaha, rukshaha. So at least these ending in a and visarga, we can say that they are pullinga. We can assume. It is not 100% right,
yes,
or always true. It is not always true, And this is also not a generalization. That the reverse is not true. That all the words ending in a and visarga could be masculine. This is what we are deducing now. But it doesn't mean all the masculine words will be ending in a and visarga.
Okay.
The reverse is not 100% right.
Mahodaya, I have a question. The Grantaha, when you called the Pustakam, which was a Padartha Grantaha, the gender changed. But the same Pustakam, when you call it Bhagavad Gita, does it become Esha Gita?
Yes, correct. Esha Bhagavad Gita, correct.
Oh,
so
it
there
changes. Yes, it changes like Grantha changed. So this also will change. The gender will change.
Yes. Esha Bhagavad Gita, correct. Now Bhagavad Gita itself though is not a pustakam, right? So Bhagavad Gita means song.
Yeah. So that is female gender.
Yes. Gita, the Gita word is female. So Esha Bhagavad Gita.
So the Padartha is the book, but Grantaha makes it masculine and Gita makes it feminine.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay, so Eshaha Parvataha Saha Kandakaha. So Kandakaha, we know ball, which is given here. Okay, next one. On the list here, Archana Bhagini. You can read this page. Hold on, where is the page? Hold on. Okay.
एषः मूषकः एषः घटः सः आसन्दः एषः स्यूतः सः चषकः.
So some of these objects were already there in the previous page. That first one, Pada Parichaya. So here Eshaha Mushakaha. Eshaha Mushakaha. We are not showing the meaning here in the book, in this book, but you should know the meaning here. Mushakaha means what? What is Mushakaha? Mouse. Okay, we have Simhaha.
Lion.
Right. So again, note that because these are animals, their genders will also change if they are females. Okay? The word gender will change if they are female. Actual the objects padarthasya mushaka. If it is a female mouse, then this becomes mushika. It will change. Okay? Here it becomes simhi. If it is a female lion, lioness, simhi. So the genders change for the words also. Because these are living animals, and if their animal gender also changes actually. So these words have to change. So here Mushaka actually means male mouse. Okay? Simha means lion, male.
Sorry, Mahodaya, the pronunciation of the Simha, how do you pronounce it? Because you have the ha and the visarga.
Yeah. And to recall, Suresh Mahodaya might explain what is the difference in the pronunciation of ha and the visarga. Difference between ha and visarga.
Yeah, visarga is just an extension of breath, but there is no what we call Dirgha Prana, whereas Ha has the, and Visarga also doesn't have any vibration. Ha has a vibration when we pronounce it.
Excellent, perfect. So,
Rata.
yes. Ha has a vibration in it. It is also, both are like breaths only. So both need breath. Like when you say ha, like both need breath, and this Visarga also needs breath. The difference, as Mahodaya said, this has a vibration in it. This is the absence of vibration, and it is the extension of the previous vowel, because this follows a vowel. Here it is following which vowel? In this case, it is following a. Right? At the end of ha, there is a vowel a, and then there is a visarga. But this ha itself is a sound of breath with a vibration, like ha. Like when we say ga, if you hold your fingers around your neck, front side, so you can experience the vibration when you say ga. Like when you say ka, ka, there should not be any vibration felt there. When you say ha or ga, there is vibration. So similarly, ga like ga, gha, there are vibrations. Then ha also has the vibration there. Now the visarga, when it is pronounced, it is similar effort but absence of vibration. Like it's a whisper. So when we say syum ha, syum ha ha, syum ha ha. So after pronouncing syum ha, syum ha, then there is that's the whisper should follow there. Syum ha ha. It's difficult. So while
it's really difficult. Yeah. Okay. I got it.
Huh?
Yeah. No, I got it. It's just a little bit difficult to pronounce, right?
Yeah. Syum ha ha. Syum ha ha. It sounds like a double ha, but the difference is there with the visarga, because visarga lacks that vibration.
Thank you.
Another example of that visarga I remembered, which this is a commonly encountered word in Sanskrit, moho, and then visarga. So how do you pronounce that? There is a u and following a visarga. Note that visarga follows. Visarga is not a separate sound. It follows that. It rides on that last vowel. So when we say just u and then there is visarga, it is not uha, right? It's uhu, uhu. So similarly we have here mohu, hu, mohu, hu, mohu, hu, mohu, hu. Like here, mohu. So here mohu, hu means again. Like, so this is one of the interesting. There are other words like mohu, hu. Hu is also there. Next one, ghataha we have seen before. Asandaha is chair. Ghataha pot. Again it went back. I should not use my touch screen, I think. Then we have syutaha. What is syutaha?
Bag.
First bag.
A bag. Syutaha bag. Chashakaha. Cup. Okay, next. Note that all these words have etymologies in Sanskritam. When we are referring to these words, later on, gradually when you come to know the etymology of these words, you really appreciate them. And you can ask why like in, for example, that entity we saw pustakam, Why can't we just use pustakam word? Why do we need to use grantha? It's a different word. Like in English we have synonyms, right? Like for example, word beautiful. If you look up for, if I go to synonym.com, look for beauty, it can give different words. Like for beauty, you can say elegant or nice or something like that. But can we really alternatively use those words? Like when I want to say beautiful, can I say elegant? What do you say, Uma?
I'm sorry. Would you please? I was just going to ask you to repeat the question. So thank you. Sorry.
The question was about the synonyms. Like if when I want to say beautiful, can I say elegant? Something is beautiful. Can I say that thing is elegant?
No.
No, right? But
Elegant.
yeah, because they have different meanings, right? So if I look up synonym.com, many times I go to that site. I look up word because I need the words. I know I don't want to use beautiful. I want to use because I know what I want to say. I want to what I want to express. So, but I know that the beautiful word comes to my mind, but I know that is not the right word. So I go to that site and look up the words. So it gives different words, synonyms, but not the same. Synonyms means not the same. Right?
Like a subtle difference.
Yeah, subtle. Yeah, thesaurus.com, I think. Thesaurus. So then I find a matching word which I want to express. So similarly here also, this pustakam, grantha, etc. They appear to be same, but they are not same. They have different etymologies, and especially in Sanskritam preserves this etymological tradition. This is very strong even today. So though we say syutaha, chashakaha, and we say darpanaha, and pustakam, grantha. What is the difference? We see, like for example, in the top we have this rukshaha here, right? Rukshaha. So, and many of you probably know, rukshaha. We have the word called sasyam. Yeah? Sasyam, and also we have taruhu for rukshaha only, means plant or tree. But in Sanskritam, if you know the etymology, then it becomes beautiful, even to understand it and to use it. When to use taru, when to use sasyam, when to use rukshaha, when to use padapaha. So these are different regulations, you can call it. The brain, actually the intellect dances there with the joy there. So how these when we know those etymologies, when we want to put them in sentences, then we tend to use the right word. And though pustakam means grantha, okay, on the top it looks same superficially. But if you know grantha, why? What is the origin of the word? And pustakam, what is the origin? Then we tend to put it in the right word there. Yeah? Similarly here, for example, So we have syutaha here. Syutaha, that comes like syutaha. Syuta, when I see the word, because I know the etymology, when I see the word, I cannot resist. Like, what is the meaning of syuta? Syuta is something what is sown. Something which is sown is syuta. So it doesn't. Something which is not sown. Suppose something generally like which is a box or a plastic bag. Something plastic is also actually sown, right? It is sown. So when I know that something is not sown, I tend to use a different word because I know a different word for that, syuta. So, but at the beginner level, this is fine. Just know one word and start using this. because Syuta, there is another word called Prasevaha. Prasevaha. So I tend to use this one rather than Syuta. Because looking at the object, I certainly can't know whether it's a Syuta, a bag made of cloth. So that is a Syuta. Otherwise, I tend to use Prasevaha. So you need to, if you know those, then the beauty of the language enhances there. Like similarly, Chashakaha also is like something which is cup. Chandraha. There are different words for Chandra also. It's okay. The next one.
What is the opposite? Looks like a vase, and a vase or an urn above the this sutta, yutaha above that one. Would you pronounce that, please? And what is it? A vase?
This one?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a pot.
Oh, okay.
Pot is ghataha. Ghataha.
Is that a dia? Dia?
No, not dia. G-H, gha.
Oh, okay. Gata. Thank you.
Ghata. So, Suresh Mahodaya, this may be a interesting thing for you. You know Ghati, right? Many of you know Ghati?
Vase.
Huh?
Pitcher, maybe?
Ghati.
No.
Okay, let's move ahead. So, we'll come across this very soon. Okay, next. So here, Eshaha, Chandraha, Sahadarpanaha, Eshaha, Shrugalaha. Shrugala is a fox. Let me clarify this also. Chandra is moon, and Sahadarpanaha is mirror, and Shrugalaha is fox, and Harenaha is deer. Eshaha, Gajaha. Gajaha is elephant. Vanaraha is monkey. Again, note that because these are animals, actually here they are referring to their male animals actually. These words are referring to male animals. If they are female animals, then like we saw Simi, etc., there will be different Harini and all that.
Sanjeevji, can you repeat the fox word, the one?
Shrugalaha.
Shru.
Shru. And there is a Ru. Shru.
Shrugalaha.
Shrugalaha. This is a Ru, vowel, Ru, like a reed, root. Ru. Shrugalaha. This is a vowel, right?
Yeah. No, the problem was with the shu one.
Yeah, shru. And this is actually this one, sh and ru, written like this.
Okay. Thank you.
And also the chair one, asan.
Which one?
The chair.
Chair, this one?
Above the chair. The one that looks is a chair, asana, or I can't see it pictured here. It's above.
Asanda.
Huh?
Asanda, Mahodaya.
Referring to Asanda.
Oh, this one? Chair?
Yes. Asandaha.
Yeah, Asandaha.
Asandaha. Thank you.
Okay, so moving on to the next Strilinga Padani. Strilinga Padani. So previous one was Pullinga Padani. Oops, where are you? Okay, Pullinga Padani means masculine gender, and we have Strilinga Padani. In the Pullinga Padani we had Eshaha, Saha, right? For Eshaha, closer, Saha, which is away. And next one we have Strilinga Padani, Esha and Sa. So here similarly we have Esha. Yeah, someone can start. We can read Tachiana.
Esha, Javanika.
Yeah, Javanika is curtain.
Sa, Petika.
Petika is box.
Esha, Atpithaka.
This is U.
Utpithika.
Yes, Esha Utpithika means table. Table. Okay, next.
Sa Kartari.
Yeah, good. Kartari. Kartari. You know, Kartari, scissors.
Eta Matika.
Yeah, Matika, ruler.
Sa Duravani.
Duravani. Duravani is phone, telephone, to be precise. Because Dura means tele, away. Dura means, you know, Samipam Duran. Duran means which is something away, tele. Vani is phone here. Napunsam Lingapadani. Okay, who can read it? Shiva? One more minute. Shiva, are you there?
Yes, sorry, Mahodaya.
Napunsalim tat etat.
Etat vimanayam. Vimanam. Etat vimanam.
Okay.
Tat chaptram. Etat upanetram. Tat Vyajanam.
Vyajanam we saw before, like Upanetram also was there before, which is eyeglass, spectacle, specs. Okay, the Vyajanam fan. Okay, next. Sure.
Etat dwaram.
Etat.
Etat dwaram tat vatayanam.
Etat dwaram tat vatayanam. Dwaram is door. Note similarity here. Door, dwar, dwaram, door. Vatayanam, we saw that before. Passage of the wind, that is window. Tat vatayanam is window. Okay, so I think we have reached the time, end of the class. If any questions, you can stay back. Those can leave. On. Dhanyavada. Namaskara. We'll stop here today.
Dhanyavada Mahodaya.
Dhanyavada Sanjeevji.
Namaskara.
Sanjeevji, I have a question on the door one, the dwar.